Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Sylvester of the FantasyPros Football Podcast, and today I've got my top 5 sleeper starts for Week 8 of your fantasy football season. Now these are players you wouldn't always feel comfortable starting, but because of their matchups or injuries or game script, I think they make a lot of sense to start this week. Let's start up at number 5, where I've got Bears running back, Tarik Cohen. There's no doubt about it, Cohen's been a disappointment going from RB number 13 last season to RB number 42 so far this year. But his fantasy appeal has been trending up. In the last 2 weeks, he's outsnapped David Montgomery, and as a result, he has 15 catches to go with his 7 carries. Now, it might not feel sexy, but let's remember that the human joystick can take any pass to the house. At number 4, it's on over to quarterback, where I've got Ryan Tannehill of the Tennessee Titans. I never thought I'd be saying this, but Tannehill and the Titans passing game looked pretty impressive last week. This has a lot more to do with the playmakers that he has in Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, and either Delaney Walker or Jonnu Smith depending on health. But all it takes is a competent performance with this trio to post top 10 quarterback numbers versus a horrid Bucs secondary. It might feel gross, but I'm here for the fantasy points. At number 3, let's head on over to tight end, where I've got Irv Smith Jr. of the Minnesota Vikings. No, Kyle Rudolph isn't injured. This actually has to do with Adam Thielen's hammy. Seeing that they only have 3 healthy wide receivers on their roster, it seems likely that Smith is going to play the majority of the game again in the slot, which could lead to a top 12 outing versus Washington. At number 2, let's jump on over to the Pittsburgh Steelers, where I've got running back Benny Snell. If James Conner's out again, this of course is not going to be a sleeper start, but let's say James Conner plays. He averages just 12.5 carries per game dating all the way back to week 10 last year. Meanwhile, Dolphins opponents this year have averaged 34 carries per game. Even if James Conner's 100% healthy and the game script somehow stays close, Snell's a lock for 10 plus touches. Now, if neither's the case, as we would expect, Snell's in for another huge workload versus the league's worst defense. And at number 1, I've got wide receiver of the Houston Texans, Kenny Stills. Aaron Rodgers just lit up this Raiders defense for 6 touchdowns with 2 injured wideouts and a couple of scrubs at wide receiver. Deshaun Watson gets his go at them this week, and with Will Fuller out, Kenny Stills is now the number 2 in this high-powered offense. The Raiders have allowed 32 passing plays for 20 plus yards, which is the most in the NFL. And wouldn't you know it, big plays are exactly what Kenny Stills does best. Alright guys, that's all for my top 5 sleeper starts of week 8. Let us know what you think in the comment section, and as always, like and subscribe for future content. Thanks for watching, and enjoy your football.